Hello and welcome to from the Make Center here on Artist Echoes. Now you've just seen the Genre Street Revival play live for us. Absolutely brilliant set. So glad to have them on the show. So guys, have you been? Good day today?
Yeah, good, thank you. Yeah.
You enjoy the live set?
Really, yeah. It's been, because we've kind of not been doing, so we've been doing actually quite a bit over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice to just get out and play some songs.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Good place.
So for those people who don't know anything about the band, just want to tell a bit about yourselves?
Sure. Well, the band was originally called Field Manual.
Right.
And about 2 months ago, with that 6 weeks, about 2 months ago now probably, we had, when everything happens in threes, and it's kind of when it all happened at once,
right.
in literally a week. We lost our rehearsal room where we're going to be recording the next album. Our drummer had a little a health issue, which meant he couldn't drum with us indefinitely, so we had to take a break. And Mark, the bass player, said he was just going to hang his leads up. It was a bit of a sign for him, so went into emergency mode and kind of pulled in a few resources and new people we didn't know, to be fair. And I think with the band being a little bit more established, it's we got a bass player and a drummer in really quick, to be fair. And we're in rehearsals now doing that, and we've got our new rehearsal room, so everything's kind of back on track now. And we decided to rename the band the John Street Revival, just because, I don't know, it's a little bit more in keeping with the band, and we want, even though that name's a little bit more established for the amount of time we've had that name, I just thought it wasn't doing us any kind of favours, and even though we're still playing the set, from Field Manual, because we can't change the albums, we love what we play. It's simply, and to be fair to members past and present, I think it would be fair to just rename it and keep on going. And so the next album, which we're recording in the end of May, will be done as a John Street Revival and the gigs and everything. So
is there a link to John or John Street at all, or is it just a name that you picked out here?
No, literally, responsible for that.
Sure.
It's one of those really. I just liked the almost characterness of it. I think if there's a person involved, and it's a lot more in keeping with the music, and it's a bit more flexible. I think with the genre which we're kind of in.
So has the genre changed at all? Is the themes of the band changed, or why you write songs, or is it just progressed? How's that?
Progressed, definitely. I think it's I don't know. It's a tough one really. I think the songwriting's. Everyone says, "Oh, your songwriting gets better as you go," because you don't want it to go worse. So you always try to kind of keep your best songs, for the within the band, and so I think it's changing. And of course, it's Robbie joined, because Robbie been with us. It'll be 2 years this summer, won't it? But we're kind of knocking out 2020 because he kind of joined as we released the second album in August, summer, the 2020. So this is Robbie's first album with us, and we've kind of it's just I can relax a bit more on guitar, and Robbie's just so fab at what he does, and he's brought another dimension to the songs and the songwriting. So it's the same but different, and I definitely a step forward.
And I guess all these new people, they brought a whole sway of new influences and new bands and things to the party as well. What are some of your guys that?
I'm kind of still discovering old music. It's even though there's a lot of great bands out there, it feels like it's almost like a library where you read some books and you go, "But there's so many books I didn't read," and then you discover them and you go, "This is so good," and then you discover all the other books. So it's bands like, and I've known about these bands for years, obviously, but the band, and it's like Canned Heat, stuff like that. I've been really, and the Little Feet, stuff like that. Really, not just listening to, but really getting into listening to them and knowing a bit about them and the histories and stuff. And it's so that's been kind of inspiring, because from the songwriting point of view for me, definitely.
And what kind of topics would you say you cover when you're songwriting?
That's tough because they don't really have any topics. That's the
No,
thing.
right.
There's actually it's weird because
Yeah.
every time someone says about these songs, you go, well, they don't go out to set out to write something about a particular subject.
Right,
You can't
okay,
do that. I
yeah.
find that really difficult. Plus, always the music comes first, and then
Yeah.
you'll hum a melody, and your words will fit the melody, and
Right.
it sounds like a bit of a cop out, but it's. The words that do come out will mean something. There's always something there that is about your day, about something you've
Yeah.
read or something. So it all comes out subconsciously in your words, and then when it's done, and you go, "That's what that's
Right,
about."
yeah, sure.
There's been a couple of "I'll Be Mine" was written specifically about something, and that was quite interesting. 'Cause I've never really. I mean, I just literally sat down with a guitar, and these words just went boof, and the music happened literally within an hour. It was
Right,
done,
yeah.
and I was like. And that was about something, but other than that, yeah, it's just generally melody and music. Yeah.
So you said you're working on your next album or first album, however you want to say
Yeah.
it. Is that something where you go into the studio to do? Do you record it at home and then send it off to be mixed? How does it
Yeah.
work?
Well, we went until we had the last rehearsal room, which was quite a big space. It was like in a warehouse
Right.
set up, and we recorded our second album's Field Manual Souvenirs. We recorded that there. And then we had it mixed by Mark Winterburn, who used to work at The Edge, and where we recorded the first album, Sunday Streets, Field Manual. So he mixed it, we got it mastered by him and everything, and that was great. And it's a nice way to do it if you can do it yourself. And we, because Phil, the drummer, he was very tech orientated. He knew how to set
Right,
this stuff
course,
up, and so that's where we were going to be recording the album. Until we lost the room, so we're actually booking it in. We're actually with at the Big Red with
Right,
Jake, so
yeah,
I'm looking
sure.
forward to that as well. Really am.
Mm.
We've booked that in for the end of May now.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
So do you have any ideas when it might release? Will it be autumn time or?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Realistically,
Mm.
yeah. I'd say that was.
And have you managed to get out and play any live dates recently with the new lineup? Or?
No, we're just rehearsing.
First of May is going to be with the new people. Isn't it?
Yeah, that's at the Party in the Pews.
Yeah.
At Christchurch.
Mm.
So we've got a nice, just a half-hour set.
Right.
To bang
yeah.
through, and the guys they're really on it, and it's been made the whole thing.
Yeah, it's
really
brilliant.
easy,
There's
so-
so many different acts playing and big names as well. With
Yeah.
Buzzcocks and
Yeah,
Uploader. And,
yeah. We managed to get a cancellation there last year, so that
Yeah.
was right last minute, and that was great. It's great.
beautiful setting as well.
Oh,
the old
Oh
church.
yeah, it's so grand and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah.
So just want to remind people where they can find all the information about the bands and all your live tracks and things.
Yeah, we're on. If you go onto Spotify and all Bandcamps, which we don't really utilise Bandcamp a lot, I've got to be honest.
Yeah.
But the usual Spotify's, Deezer, every download site, iTunes, Apple Music,
Yeah.
whatever, it's all down on there. That'll be obviously under Field Manual. If you want to hear sort of like all the last albums and singles we've had out. And social media wise, we do the usual Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't really do Twitter as much these days. It's just that, pictures are nice and
Yeah.
words. so Instagram, the John Street Revival,
Yeah.
all those names have been changed now. You still might get some on some
Right.
searches with Field Manual, but yeah.
And now you might not have been playing at venues, but what have been some of the venues, like unique venues or favourite venues you've played at over the last couple of years?
Oh, blimey.
Or well, before
Yeah.
that and COVID.
Well, over the years, because I mean, it's Robbie's. He was in a band. I'll let you say years ago. We've all played some fairly decent venues like Shepherd's Bush Empire and Astoria over years with different bands and Robbie. Yeah.
Yeah, and I did some touring with a Manchester band Mint Royale for a
Right.
while, and I did some really good venues with them, like Glastonbury, Tea in the Park,
Yeah.
those kind of, and some European festivals like Pukul Pop and that kind of thing. So so those were good.
Yeah. So and the usual, the venues like Night and Day and stuff, which we love.
Yeah,
because they are just historic venues.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can't not like playing there. We've
Oh,
had some
yeah,
really
yeah.
great shows there, to
Yeah.
be fair, so we'll be heading back there hopefully once we get stuff. back together. We do have some dates coming up as well, which I've left my phone over there and I can't remember where they are.
Well, I'm sure you can find them on your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Do you just want to remind people what you've got coming up soon and for the rest of the year?
Other than the gigs that I can't remember, there's about I think there's about five or six dates now, all the way up until August. And Robbie's this is the professional bit now. It's on the poster, isn't it, on the old Facebook?
Right.
But yeah, other than like the release and just getting a band, just getting us all rehearsed up and playing together and getting the set sorted and
brilliant.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, we got them.
With the wonders of technology, right? We've got So as we were saying, we've got May the 1st at Party in the Pews in Christchurch and Mac. They've got May 16th IPO Festival in Liverpool.
Oh yeah.
We're playing at Cavern Club for that. That's going to be good.
That's really good. We're there. I think it's 7 p.m. We're on in the main room, and then I think we're meant to be on later in the evening over at the Cavern Pub. So we do kind of two sets, but it just depends how late that runs over. So
we've got July 16th Alsager Festival.
That's on the marquee stage as well.
Yeah. July 22nd at the Blossoms in Stockport.
Yeah.
We've played there a few times. Good place. Yeah. And then August the 4th, Lock 91 in Manchester.
Yeah.
So that's what we've got booked in so far.
Yeah, and there's a few that we had to cancel a few weeks ago, so we're rescheduling those in the next few weeks as well. So.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, guys.
Yeah, it's been great. Yeah, thanks for having us.
Cheers, nice.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, and we'll see you at Pie in the Pews next week.
Certainly will.
Yeah, ace. Yeah.
Thank you.